y'all. So it's May 1st. I just went to RuPaul's Drag Con yesterday. I went for one day, I went for Sunday. Last year, my sister and I went Sunday as well. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. So I look forward to it every year. I love RuPaul so much. He's the only famous person that I look up to and just respect so much. I'm a stan. I'm a stan. Okay, here's how you guys know a person. Who are my favorite queens? Trixie Mattel. I got this shirt. Somehow I managed to grab one of these. They were sold out. But Trixie is one of my favorite queens. Who do I love? Valentina, the winner of season 9, bitch. I'm calling it right now. Valentina is unbelievable. I saw her too. Oh my god. I love Adore. Katya, duh. There was like 40,000 people there this year, which is crazy. The lines are getting longer. And but I only made one panel. I'm not really a panel queen. Last year I went to The Art of Reading, which was great. Trixie Mattel was there. Who else? Robbie Turner. Darian Lake, and they just talked about roasting each other, and then they roasted each other and other queens. It was hilarious. But and then last year I did that, and then RuPaul's keynote speech. But this year, you know, I would have loved to seen live, but that was on Saturday. So I had to miss out on that, and I didn't really care to see Alyssa's Secret live, which was on Sunday, which is the day that I went, because last year I met Alyssa, and I also got this pin. This is last year. I got this pin, which I love, Aesthetic AF. The line for Alyssa this year was unbelievable. It was Alyssa and Shangela together. You get to meet them together. But the line was unreal. So I'm so glad I got to see her last year, because the line was not that long. Like, Alyssa was right next to Trixie last year, and Trixie's line was like out of its ass long, and Alyssa's was like, I can stand in that. So we met Alyssa. And it's hard to believe that last year I would have met Alyssa over Trixie. This shirt I've been eyeing forever. I love this shirt. I've been eyeing it. This is like the perfect shade of pink in the sleeves. Like, I was like, I need all of her merch. Like, it's all my style. I need it all. And I went to Trixie's booth, which was amazing. It was a giant lifeguard chair and painted pink, duh. And then eventually people were standing in line. When it opened, people ran to Trixie's meet and greet line to stand in line, and she was getting there at 1, so that's 3 hours standing in line, and then a little bit more for her to meet you. That's crazy. But yeah, she was sold out of all of her merch, and then when she showed up, she brought, like, I guess 100 more shirts, and I managed to grab one, thank God. But yeah, so I grabbed this shirt. This was $30. My sister got also an amazing shirt with RuPaul on it. So good. Well, let me show you what else I bought. Last year, this was literally the only thing I got. I can't believe I didn't buy anything. But this year, I was like, I'm feeling spendy. So actually, since we're on the topic of Trixie Mattel, there was this lady there that had buttons, and she just had like a huge container filled with buttons with different queens, different sayings. But the ones that I got were, I think, these were my sister and I got the last 2 or the last 3 Trixie ones. All of the Trixie ones picked out. And Trixie herself doesn't have buttons as part of her merch. So I was like, gotta get these somewhere. So the first one is the Trixie Mattel laying on, what is it she's laying on? A bunch of toys on the phone, just looking sickening, pink, purple, realness. And then this one, which I love, that's just Trixie Mattel. Just says Trixie Mattel, and look at that. Look at those boobs they photoshopped on her. But yeah, these 2 are gonna go with everything I wear, because all I wear is pink. They're gonna be amazing. And here is the badge, of course. It's a different badge than last year. Let me grab that one. Forgot I had something on the stove. So this is the one last year, and it's signed by Alyssa. She cannot stay in the lines, girl. And this is the one from this year. Sunday. And I didn't get it signed by anyone. I only met one queen this year. But bitch, when I tell you, it was the queen. The queen. That's right, people. I met Rupaul Andre Charles. I'm still in shock. I'm dead. I am making this video from the grave, bitch. I didn't even finish. Okay, so this is me right now because I'm dead. Because I met Rupaul. They had a bunch of cool earrings. And I got these little lollipop earrings. Okay? I love them. They're amazing. They're going to look so good. This summer, I'm going to wear them constantly. Okay, now to the real shit. Rupaul had a meet and greet. My sister told me that for my early birthday present, she was gonna pay for me to meet Rupaul. She was gonna pay for me to meet Rupaul. My birthday, today's May 1st that I'm filming this. My birthday's in 3 days, May 4th. I'm a Taurus. Okay. She didn't know how much it was. Last year, I remember it being $60 to meet Rupaul. And for a photo and everything. But this year, but she didn't know that. She was prepared to pay like $100 or however much. So we go straight down, and I obviously, like, I'm shocked. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to. For a couple hours, I contemplated, like, do I want to meet him? No, I don't want to meet him. Because then if I meet him, like, what is my life building up to? You know, like, that would be the peak of my life. Like, and also Rupaul himself says, don't meet your idols. Because what if they don't live up to that thing? And he's the only person that I idolize. So it's like, what then? What then? But my sister was like, well, it's your birthday. I mean, when else are you going to get the chance to meet Rupaul? And so I was like, okay, you know what? Fine. I had this, my RuPaul's Greatest Hits record. I had it already. I made a video doing a review about it, and going to the RuPaul pop-up shop, all that stuff. So I brought that with me. I was like, okay, he can sign it, right? We buy the tickets, it's $40. The $60 ones are sold out, which apparently that one, maybe you get to talk to him longer and you get like a printout of a photo, whatever. We're just like, oh, it's sold out. In my head, when she said, oh, that one's sold out, I kind of like went, oh, thank God. That way I don't have to meet him, I have to say anything stupid, like I won't cry in front of him, all that stuff. But then she's like, oh yeah, but we have a $40 one, and you know, that one's kind of like the same thing. He gets to autograph one thing, just one item, and then you take a picture, but you don't get a printout. It's uploaded digitally online. And I was like, that's like the same thing. Yes, two, please. No, we only got one. Well, we were gonna get two because I was like, if you pay for me, I'll pay for you, and we'll both meet Rupaul because my sister and I both love Rupaul to death. So. But the girl that was selling the tickets, she said, oh no, one could be for the both of you. You both can go. He just can autograph one thing and you just get one photo. And I was like, what? So it was $40 for both of us to meet RuPaul together and get a picture together and for him to sign one thing. Bitch, oh my God. So we get there, we're in line. We're like a person away. There's no cell phones, obviously. I feel like I'm gonna die. I feel like something's gonna fall out of my butt at any second. I am so nervous. And he's like encased in like a little wall thing so no one can come in. And it's all lit and everything. The lighting is like perfect. And then we turn the corner and there is RuPaul in a teal and light purple shirt, smiling and looking into my eyeballs. And I was just like, hi, Ru. And me and my sister were just like, oh my God, and he's just like, oh, cause like we had the vinyl record, and you could decide whether you wanted something personal or like to write your name on it, or if you just wanted his name, and I just wanted his name so we can share it. Let him just write it, like he could just sign it. So then he was like, oh So, oh, look at this album, yes. And then, you know, he was like, oh, so you just want my name on it? And I was like, oh, yeah, just whatever you want, whatever you want. And then he was just like, oh, look at this thing. He like flipped it over here and was like, oh, look, it's got Sissy That Walk on it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got this. Meanwhile, tearing up. Oh, yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah, I got this at the Rupaul pop-up shop. You know, I went there a couple weeks ago. You know, so, but I was freaking the fuck out. And then he's like, oh, how nice. And then he's like, oh, well, first let's take a picture before we talk. And I was like, and so then we turned around, we were just like, ha. I was so terrified of taking a bad picture because I was like, this is the high point of my life. I need to take a good picture that I can frame above my house. And honestly, I look terrible in the picture. I look terrible. I look like a marshmallow person. And because my jacket that I was wearing kind of like puffed out. My face, I was wearing like really light, kind of similar to this actually, similar to my nail color lipstick, but it was like a really light lavender. But bitch, did it blow me out though. I look like the color of the wall behind us. And then the flash just did not help. I look so bad in the picture. I look so bad. But is that gonna stop me from posting this shit everywhere and framing it? No. We took a picture and like he's sitting behind a desk and my sister and I are on either side of the desk, and then we're kind of like, we put our elbows up on the desk, and then he takes his perfectly moisturized hand and puts it on top of me and my sister's hands while we're taking the picture. And now that I see everyone's pictures on the RuPaul website, he did that to everybody. But still, he touched my hands. Like, I can't. So we have a picture of us, and he's like, my hand was like resting on the table like that, and he just put it on top. So it kind of looks like I'm just like, don't touch me, and he's just like, come on. But I'm so mad. Like, my sister, like, she was like holding his hand, and I was like, why did I do that? I just like have my hand hanging there, and then he put it on top, so I should have grabbed it. But I was too nervous to, you know, think things through. But yeah, so then we, you know, turned back around. They took 2 pictures, and I was like, oh honey, I need at least 500 to get a good selfie, you know. But we took a couple pictures, and then we turned back around, and I was freaking, like, I did not know what to say. Like, I had a whole like plan, like I was gonna say like what Aubrey Plaza said when she was on RuPaul's Drag Race. I was gonna be like, this is the best day of my life, I'm killing myself tomorrow. That's what I was totally gonna make that joke. Ru was gonna get it, we would all laugh. But I was a wreck. Like, I was already tearing up. I was like, yes, let's take a picture before I start crying. And he was like, and then I was like, oh my God, he laughed. But yeah, but my sister was over here calm, cool, and collected. Maybe because she's not as much of a stan as me. That's the excuse I'm gonna give myself. Because she's like 3 years younger than me and she had it together. So I'm just gonna charge that to the she's not as much of a stan as me game. But she was over here like, oh, congrats on getting married. Oh, that's so great. And I was like, oh yeah, and thank you for bringing drag to the masses. I mean, it means so much. It makes me so happy. Oh my God, I'm like crying just thinking about it. Yeah, but oh my God, and he was just like, oh, thank you so much. And he was like, thank you for dressing up. Thank you for coming. And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, honestly, looking into his eyes, he has, like, I was telling my sister, like, we were both talking about it, he has the kindest eyes. Like, honestly, he is like a divine saint. I'm not even kidding you. It was so amazing. He signed it, and I have it in plastic, and I'm gonna get one of those, I see people on YouTube, they hang up their vinyl records on like something where you can like snap, like, or a little, you can snap the records to your wall, and then people have their walls covered in records. I just want this like above my mantle, above my bed. I don't know, like, I need to hang this up somewhere. This needs to be the focal point of my life in my house. Sorry, did we all catch this? Did we all catch this? After that, you know, we walked around, I grabbed this shirt. The lines for like Valentina and everyone were hella long. This year I did something I didn't do last year, was kind of, you know, shop around, because last year I was just like, I don't want to spend any money. And honestly, I should have been like that this year, because I'm going on a trip in like a week, and honey, like, I need to be saving up. But RuPaul's Drag Con happens once a year. But I was like, we have to go to the keynote speech, because the keynote speech was amazing last year. And last year my sister filmed the entire thing. It was so good. His keynote speech is the last thing. Like, it starts when the con is actually closing. So, and then it goes on for like, you know, a couple hours or an hour and a half after that. So it's really the last thing. So once you get out of the keynote speech, it's over. We got in line for the keynote speech about an hour and a half before, and the line for it afterwards was so long. It was out the door. It was like S-curved all the way through the hall, up and down, and out the door. And then eventually, you know, maybe 30 minutes before the panel, security guys were like, hey, we took a head count. If you're outside of the building, you're probably not going to get in. And I was like, whew, thank God we're in the building, because we were sitting down in the hallway. And I was like, we got here an hour and a half before and waited in line. Like, I feel like we have to get in, you know? But then, this 30 minutes later, the security guys came through our section and were like, hey, just so you know, we just did another head count. If you're in this section back here, there's a big chance you're not going to get in. And me and my sister were like, did we just... Because, I mean, I get it. That's like the thing with cons. You just have to take your chance. But, bitch, if I spent my last couple hours of DragCon waiting for the keynote speech that I'm not even going to see, bitch, you got the wrong one. But we made it in, because I was like, no, I have faith we're going to get in. If you can't get in, we're sitting here for an hour and a half, then I call shade. But yeah, we got in. We got pretty good seats, better seats than last year. Last year we were right behind the camera guys. But RuPaul was amazing. He talked about meditation. He talked about loving yourself. And the thing I love about RuPaul is he can say that, or the way he talks about it, it's like he talked about your brain being a machine, and he's just like, this is what you need to do, because he's a mechanic over here. And he just talked about looking at your brain and the way you think and perceive yourself as if you were a machine. He's just iconic in every way. He's so funny. He's my mother. And he also announced that RuPaul, okay, so this is the way he said it. He's like, I have some real tea. He's like, I have an announcement. You're hearing this here first. And then he said, we're moving RuPaul's Drag Con to New York City. And everyone was like, wow! Everyone's cheering. Some people already knew, and they had their little Statue of Liberty torches. But the way he said that, it sounded like we're moving from Los Angeles to New York. And I was like, so now I gotta go to New York? But no! There's gonna be two drag cons. So now I think the other one is gonna be in end of August, September. I think the last day of August and then the first day of September is the one in New York. And then we're still gonna have the one in LA, thank God. I'm just so happy that this is all just spreading and there's so many people, even though when I was at the con, I was like, there's too many people in lines. I want to meet Valentina. I wish she wasn't as lovable. I wish she wasn't as popular. But honestly, drag makes the world a better place. It really does. And just meeting RuPaul and just being able to tell him how much he meant to me, is how much he means current. I fulfilled my duty in life. Like, what do I do now? What is there to do? Like, my life has led up to this, and now it's just... Oh, I got to see all my queens. The line for Trixie was not something I wanted to stand in line for, even though I was happy enough just seeing her. Honestly, like, I just wanted to, like, see Valentina, see her beauty. Oh my God. She was dressed like a red ballerina. I'm just like, you're perfect. It's unreal. Aja looked good. You guys, Aja looked really good. On Sunday, she had this clown outfit with the red hair. It was like sickening clown, like high fashion clown. I loved it, and I don't even like her like that on this current season, but Valentina slayed my life. I got to see Trixie. I saw Katya. Yeah, and then after meeting RuPaul, it's just like, I met the queen. Okay, the other girls, I can meet them next year, you know, but RuPaul Andre Charles, thank you for everything that you do. So yeah, that's my review of DragCon. I love it. I'm gonna go every year for the rest of my life. There's no words to express how much meeting RuPaul meant to me. It was unbelievable. Looking into his eyes, I just could not help but cry because of how amazing he is. He's such an inspiration. He's my mom. He gave birth to me. He held me in his womb for 9 months and gave birth to me. And he's the reason why I'm here today. So thank you, Ru. I'm glad I finally got to tell you in person. Okay, I'm just gonna keep rambling because I could talk about Drag Race for literally ever and make no sense. But bitch, RuPaul's DragCon, don't go, because then you'll be another person in the line to meet Valentina, and I want to meet Valentina, okay? So don't go. You know, just enjoy it when they upload the panel videos on YouTube, all that shit. Do not stand in line for Valentina next year. That's me, okay? That's for me. I don't want to stand in line for 3 hours. Even though Valentina is worth it, I need to meet her, okay? Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. Thank you for watching my DragCon haul review of meeting RuPaul freak out. And I don't know, I have a couple, I have a review of the actual record of this. If you care, I'll put in the little iCard thing, whatever the fuck. Wow, I'm like a YouTuber. Click the iCard. Thank you all so much for watching. Who's your favorite queen? Tell me. I told you mine. It's only fair. Plus, I think you can analyze like what type of person you are. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I said that a bunch of times. Am I really that thankful? Honestly? Yes. Okay, bye.